Friday the 27th of January, the UK are selecting their song for Eurovision 2017, and today we had the songs released to us, 6 songs, same as last year. Fun fact, they're all from the X Factor from previous years. Don't ask me why, BBC have picked 6 X Factor people, but that's what we've got. Anyway, so we're going to go through them now, and in fairness, we're going to discuss them in the order they got announced. So the first song was Olivia Garcia and her song Freedom Hearts.
We won't be run down, no we won't stand down, we're freedom hearts, let you know, you hear the same cry, we're on the same side, we're freedom hearts, listen to whispers of all these freedom hearts, listen real closely, we'll find another star, singing we won't be run down.
Callum, what were you thinking of this song as the first song out for the selection?
As the first song that we heard, it was just straight off the bat. It was so much better than the selection last year. It's such a modern song. I did see one tweet that said something along the lines of, when you realise that the first song in our selection actually sounds like it's from this decade, with a gif of Mons when he found out he'd won Eurovision. And I think that just summed it up perfectly. I don't think any of us were expecting such a good start to the song releases. Probably because of all of our expectations were so low that they just jumped up so high. I think it's such a perfect song for our selection, and I don't think you can complain about any part of it.
Okay, Emily, what are you feeling about Olivia Garcia?
Yeah, I have to agree, to be honest. Like, it was a very strong start, and I do like the song. It's my favourite actually out of the 6, spoiler. I think she can sing really well, and I really look forward to hearing what it'll sound like live, because I think it'll sound absolutely amazing, and I think she's definitely in the running to win the whole thing.
Yeah, I have to agree with Emily. I think this is a fantastic song, and all I'm going to say is thank God we have a jury this year that will protect this song, I think, because this is a modern song. She's only 17 but has such a powerful voice. I actually remember watching her on the X Factor this year, and I remember her 6 chair performance, and that was amazing. And when she did get let go in the following round, I just remember thinking, I hope she comes back, because I think she's phenomenal. It's a very modern song. Her voice is perfect for it. It could do with a little bit more power of the backing track. I just feel like it just needs a bit more of a drum beat to it or something else. But that's the thing, we've still got 2 months after this song is selected. That revamps can happen, but I'm really, really impressed with this song, and I'm really hoping she delivers on the night. And if she does deliver on the night, we could be looking at the winner and our song for Kyiv. So who knows?
Before we go on,
Yes.
You were just talking about the revamp there. The BBC have said they are open to revamps for all the songs after Friday.
Thank God! Moving on, the second song to be announced was Holly Brewer with I Wish I Loved You More.
Wanna feel my heart thumping, wanna fall down on the floor. Every time that we're touching, oh, I wish I loved you more. Wanna feel myself buzzing, wanna rush, I can't ignore. Every time we touch, I wish I loved you more.
I'm going to start this. Nice song. I was quite impressed when I first heard it. A lot of people are having this as their favourite or wanting it to win. I can see it winning. I just feel like it's a bit of a generic love song in a sense. Generic in the sense of how it's composed and lyrics, but it's got a bit of a modern twist to it, so it doesn't sound as dated as a normal ballad or love song would. I think, again, Holly's a great singer, and very pretty girl as well. Good song, could deliver it live. I don't know actually, to be honest. There's not a lot wrong with it, but there's not a lot I'm loving about it as well. It's a bit just safe, middle of the road for me, so take it or leave it really. Emily, what are you thinking of I Wish I Loved You More?
Yeah, I feel the same way. For me, it is sort of middle of the road. There's nothing completely wrong with it, but it's definitely not my favourite of the 6. It's modern, it has a memorable chorus, and I think it can do well if it's sung well live. But I think for me, it's probably 3rd or 4th place in my rankings.
Okay, Callum, what are your thoughts?
This is my favourite, which might be contentious, I don't know. I think it will hinge on the live performance on the night. The vocals in the studio version are fantastic, but I haven't heard her sing live. I know she was on the X Factor like everybody else was, but I don't know if she was decent on there. It is a memorable song. Some people are saying it's like a Melfest reject, probably because it's got some Swedish influence in the songwriters. But that's obviously just a matter of taste. I wouldn't say it's a Melfest reject. I think you could probably hear it in the Swedish selection, but it's in ours, which I'm thankful for. I think we can do well in Kyiv with this song.
Yeah, I must admit, on my actual first reaction to it, I did actually put it sounds like a song that was rejected from Melody Festival, and just because I say it just sort of has that sort of, I don't know what it reminded me of, but it just sort of had like that typical Swedish dramatic ballad that we hear in Melfest every now and again. So yeah, I did compare it to that. I don't know if it was into the Melody Festival or not, but who cares? It's in our selection now, if it was rejected or not. Song 3 was Lucy Jones with Never Give Up on You.
If you could see how far you've walked, you would see that all's not lost. I will never give up on you. I don't care what I've got to lose. Just give me your hand and hold on. Together we'll dance through this storm. I will never give up on you.
She is probably most known for being the girl who lost out to Jedward in a sing-off, which sparked a lot of the fixed allegations that now surround the X Factor. Her song was written by Emily DeForest, claiming that yes, she was a songwriter in this selection. She did submit a song, and it is Lucy Jones. I'm going to kickstart this. Why has Emily DeForest entered this song? I'm so disappointed in it. I mean, lyrically, it's an Emily DeForest song. Like, it sounds very similar to her first album. The sort of, like, mystic, sort of, not cryptic, but sort of, like, mysterious sort of lyrics. And it, like, I love her first album. I think it's fantastic, but I'm waiting for this song to go somewhere, and it never does. I mean, Lucy's voice, is phenomenal. She can sing, and she can hold some notes brilliantly in that song. But I'm waiting for it to go, like, bang, because Emily DeForest songs, especially in that first album, always had that sort of slow build up and that sort of mystical feeling, and then it went somewhere, and this just doesn't. And I feel really bad for saying that, because I love Emily DeForest. She's my favourite Eurovision winner of all time. I've met her, she's a lovely woman, and I'm just really, really let down by this, and I just feel really bad for it. But it's still a good song. If it was entered in the selection last year, I think it would have won, and I would have been happy with it winning, but in this selection and this year, it's just not for me, sadly. Callum.
I want to agree with pretty much everything you said there. When I found out Emily was submitting a song into the selection, I got very excited. But no, as you say, it doesn't go where you expect it to go. It sort of starts here, and you expect it to go here, but it just stays here all the time. You want it to build, and I think the problem the song has is you expect it to build. So the chances of it winning will hinge on people not expecting it to go anywhere, just to stay as this sort of, I don't know how to describe it, just a normal ballad, if you can have a normal ballad, just steady all the way along, just a nice easy listening song. But hinging on that, I don't think it's going to do very well on Friday, unfortunately. No. But it is a nice song to listen to. Let me throw that caveat in.
In some ways I sort of agree with you, but I sort of don't at the same time. Maybe just because this is my second favourite. I do really like it. It's a really nice song, and she's got a really nice voice. And although Emily DeForest did write the song, I don't think we should just focus on that. Like, Lucy is her own person, she is her own singer and stuff, and it is really cool that Emily has written this song, but it shouldn't all just depend on that, but we'll see how she performs it. As far as the studio version goes, I do like it, but as you said, that's just my personal preference. I don't know if the public or the juries will agree with what I think, or if it will do well. I guess it is just up to how she performs it on the night.
she might struggle because she's got the expectation of it being written by a Eurovision winner. Obviously, the Eurovision fans will know that. Not everybody watching on the night who's voting will necessarily know that. So perhaps she might get the vote of those people who aren't, aware of that expectation.
No, I agree. I think this is a song's success potentially it really comes down to her live performance, obviously, and her running order. I think this is a song where it needs a good slot more than any of the other five it's going against. Like this could win the jury vote. They look for a strong voice, and she has a strong voice. Like her singing voice, we can't really knock. I'm not knocking her capabilities of the song, but just the song, I think if anyone sung this, the backing track in it is just not enough for me. Like it's just not to my taste. I'm still gonna enjoy it on the night, no doubt. And well done to Lucy to getting selection, and she has a great voice, but it's just not for me. And I'm sorry, I feel really bad. The fourth song released was Daniel Johnson with Light Up the World.
Light up the world tonight. Oh, take us on what we started. Take us on what we started. Standing on your feet, yeah. Couldn't see the way. Then I heard you say, just stay focused.
Callum, do you want to kickstart up Light Up the World?
Not really. It's last in my preference. It's just, I think it's trying to be a song that it isn't. It's really trying to be catchy. I wanted something a bit different from when it gets to about midpoint, and it's just got that instrumental beat that is trying to hook you in, but it just doesn't. And it's got a heavy backing vocal presence. On this stage, that's going to have to stay. They're going to have a few backing singers. So there's not a lot else they're going to be able to do with the staging, and I think that might let it down as well. I don't think that has a chance of winning, to be brutal. But I've just been so mean. But that's what I think, unfortunately.
Emily, is Daniel Johnson lighting up your world with this song? I don't care how cheesy that sounds.
No. No, unfortunately not. I think it's my last place as well. It's literally all I have to say is that I just don't really like his voice that much, and the song itself is sort of mediocre at best. So that's literally it. I can't really say anything good about the song, unfortunately. I just don't like it.
Go on, save the song, Elliot. Save it.
I can't. I really wish I could, but I can't. And this is what annoys me the most about this song. Or more so with Daniel. And phenomenal singer, I will admit that. But this song is so cheesy and dated. It's not going to go anywhere if it gets to Eurovision. Like, when I first heard it, my first thought was, this sounds like our 2008 entry, Andrea Andy Abraham, and that placed last. And I just feel like it's just going to do the same. And yeah, just this song, it's just too cheesy and just too dated for the 2017 contest, I feel. Especially when we've got a lot of modern sounding songs around it, this just might come off a bit naff, I feel. I mean, it's a Marmite song. You're either going to love it or you hate it, and those that love it are going to absolutely love it, get behind it and go, yes, this is just what we need for your old Eurovision and all this, but it's not for me, and it's not what I want in Kyiv, unfortunately. I mean, great platform for Daniel, get himself back in the spotlight, but as a Eurovision song, no. The fifth song released was Selena Mastroianni and her song I Don't Want to Fight.
We've both been lost but never found. Why can't we put our weapons down? I don't wanna fight. I don't wanna fight. We can make it right. Only love survives. We can make it right. We can make it right. If we put our weapons down.
I'm gonna start this. Okay, first listen, amazing. It stands out like nothing else. It's really upbeat, has a lot of energy. It's I want to say good fun, but also empowering in a sense. But whoever wrote this song, some of those lyrics are just so cheesy and naff. Like, put your weapons down, put your weapons down, put your weapons down. It just feels just a little bit lazy, I want to say. And again, this has nothing to do with Selena, because she again is a phenomenal singer, and I do actually like this song. And if it did win, I would be quite happy, because, you know, I've got it ranked up quite highly for me personally. I do think it's a very good song. But yeah, just some of those lyrics are just a bit and I've seen that's been a big counter against this song, is that a lot of people have been saying they like the song or they like the singer and the backing track, but they don't like the lyrics. And obviously I think the lyrics are the most important part of a song, because that's where your message is and that's how you get an audience. And if they tune off on the lyrics, they're not going to remember much else. But I actually like the song, I think it's great, but if it does win, give it a revamp and tweak the lyrics a bit, I feel. Emily.
Yeah, I agree actually. The lyrics are so repetitive, but it sort of makes it catchy at the same time, like you do remember it, but I don't like the lyrics themselves, if you know what I mean. I do like the tune, but yeah, the song it's not my favourite out of all of them, but again, if it's performed well, then I think it could do well. But yeah, if it does win, I would definitely want to see like some sort of lyrics change, because it's too cheesy, and yeah, I don't really like the lyrics that much.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. The lyrics aren't right for the song. The song is sort of like, we hate war, we love love, and I just don't think that goes well with the tempo or the genre of the song. If you're going to use those lyrics, you need to use it in such a slower, more powerful and meaningful song. This song kind of makes you want to dance to it, sort of, and I don't think those lyrics go well with that at all. So I think it's just a total mishmash. But I think it might do well on the night. I'll give it that.
Yeah, I must admit, I kind of like looked at her Twitter before I heard the song, and she does advertise herself as a garage / R&B artist, so I was kind of ready to cringe at this, because that really isn't my music. So I do feel like this song was written maybe as a ballad and they tweaked it to fit her style more, and that might explain the sort of like jarring mishmash of lyrics and backing track. You know, that could be why. But I am probably going to dance this on the night, because it is a fun, uplifting song, like the beat of it, and you know, it's going to be good fun. And you know, we kind of do need that, especially in a selection night, a good fun song, you know. And I do think people are going to be clapping and singing along to that bit of Put Your Weapons Down. If that's enough to make it win, and the people voting at home and the jury, we don't know. But again, a solid singer, but the song is just letting it down slightly, which just seems to be a bit of a running theme with this, frustratingly. And to round it out is Nate Simpson with What Are We Made Of?
What are we made of? What are we made of? 'Cause we are more than skin and bones. We're searching for a miracle. What are we made of? What are we made of? How can we let our future die if we don't even try?
Callum, let's come to you first. What are you thinking of What Are We Made Of?
First listen, I thought it was fantastic. I was sitting with my brother who was listening to them with me. He is a Eurovision fan, not as big as I am, but he said first listen he loved it as well. So to get an impression like that is obviously good for that song. But then I listened to it again and it sort of slipped down the order a bit. I don't really have a lot to say about it. It's sort of middle of the road. But then again, on first listen, that might help it, because you hear it once in the night, then you pick up your phone and vote. So that could work, perhaps.
Emily, what are your thoughts?
I'm also a little bit unsure about it. Like, it's not a bad song at all, but it's not amazing either, to me anyway. Like, it's okay. It does get better as it goes on, but again, I don't know. I am unsure about it, and I don't really know what else to say. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, again, fantastic voice. He reminds me a lot of John Legend, like in his voice, and it's a very John Legend style song. That doesn't work for me personally because I'm not a big John Legend fan, but I know a lot of people are, and a lot of people straight away were saying, this is the one, this is the winner. I know Carl William Lund did like openly say like it was his favourite on first listen and he really loved it. And you know, like Callum said, you don't need to have that, like, I don't want to say staying power over a week or so, you need that one night impact, which, you know, is probably what caused Jamala to win with 1944, I think. I think it's just the first listen and the power of that. But back on topic, yet again, he's got a voice which if he gets it right in the night, I think the juries are going to really pull for, and I think, you know, this is the dark horse to win it for me, I think. You know, I've got my favourites, but then this isn't in, like, my top two, but I could see this sneaking in and winning. And if it does win, I wouldn't be upset. It's still a solid entry. He's a solid singer, and you know, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But again, a bit middle of the road with the song for me personally, but it's just not my sort of taste in what I really go for. Because like I said, it reminds me a lot of a John Legend song, and I'm just not the biggest John Legend fan. And you know, nothing against Nate or anything, it's just not to my taste. So they are the 6 songs. Just to quickly round it out, what are your guys' winners? I'm going to kickstart this. Mine is Olivia, Garcia and Freedom Hearts. Callum, what is yours?
I Wish I Loved You More.
And Emily?
Mine's Olivia as well.
Okay, so it's 2-1 for Olivia. And also, our editor Rob is not here, but he did send over what he thought, and he is hoping for Nate or Olivia to win as well. And just going on the bookies earlier, they released like the first initial what they thought could win, and Lucy Jones is currently the bookies' favourite to win, followed by Daniel Johnson, Holly Brewer, Nate Simpson, Olivia Garcia and Selena in last place at the minute. But that could all change because I distinctly remember Carl William Lund being the bookies' favourite to win at the start last year, so that's just kind of all up in the air. But all in all, I think we can all agree, pretty decent selection of 6 songs. You know, Eurovision side seems to be doing well, and the BBC have done a pretty good job, I feel. And that is what we think on Eurovision You Decide this year. What do you think? Agree or disagree? Make sure you let us know here, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And make sure you tune in BBC 2 Friday the 27th, 7:30 for when the United Kingdom will decide their act for Eurovision 2017. And God knows what's going to happen.
The Euro Trip. Drop us a message on Facebook or Twitter.
So then, it's been a massive week of Eurovision.
One continent.
Your guide to European music.
The Euro Trip.